Hey there friends, this is Mark Curley. I'm back with another how to draw tutorial. This time we're going to be looking at inking. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and zoom in here on the mouth area. I'm going to focus on cross-hatching today because I have had people asking me about cross-hatching. And it's not so hard, just something that you can pick up over time and practice. I'm going to go ahead and outline this mouth here. Inside the mouth is where we're going to see a lot of classic cross-hatching. One thing that I've noticed, I'm just going to say this as I outline the mouth, that with Japanese comics, the ink line is generally pretty thin. In American comics, you will see a lot of variation in the width of the line. That's very much encouraged in the American tradition. I think in Japanese tradition, they try to keep the lines fairly thin. In any case, this section in here I'm going to be filling in with cross-hatching, so let's go ahead and do that. And what I'm doing is just trying to flick in a bunch of lines all roughly parallel to one another. Just do your best. It's not going to be perfect. But here's the crucial thing. When you want to do cross-hatching on top of that first set of lines, get the angle right. Not that there's only one right angle, but don't start going like this across like that, or you end up with this very kind of, I don't know, like waffles or something. You're trying to get just a very slight angle. Hopefully this will be a good one. See how that works? Just a very slight angle across there, and then you get some pretty good cross-hatching effects. Now I think I can get away with maybe one more set of lines, again just tilting a little more across those, but I'm going to stop with that. I don't want to overwork it. So believe it or not, that's maybe the most crucial part of the lesson right there, giving you that angle thing, because with cross-hatching it's all about the angles. Let's go ahead and pull back so you get the whole screen here. I'm going to go ahead and just start inking in more of the rest of the drawing. I think with inking, at least again with the American tradition, moving the pen pretty quickly a lot of the time is a plus. And I think looking at a lot of Japanese comics, at least parts of it with the hair, say, they're moving the pen quite quickly as well. So if you're very slowly dragging your pen across the page when you're doing the hair, you may want to practice flicking your wrist a little faster to get a little more liveliness to the lines. You know, there's no one right or wrong way to do this, so if you don't like to move your pen quickly, by all means keep doing it your way. But in any case, looking at manga, I can see that most of the time the hair is done quite quickly. Every line you make, you know, just looking at it, you can tell the degree of speed that was used in making the line. It all shows up on the page. In any case, I'm using very fast lines here for the hair. I'm going to probably be slowing down when it comes to the rest of the face, like for the ear. See how I've slowed it down a little, because I'm a little more worried about the precision of where I want these lines to be. And I can maybe toss in just a little bit of cross-hatching in here to indicate shade of the ear. Let's go ahead and finish outlining this face. I think people will probably find the eyes the most interesting thing for me to talk about. So this is supposed to be a variation on my character Hiro, although it is definitely inspired by the inking techniques of Tite Kubo, who created Bleach. He's a really great inker, and especially if you want to learn something about cross-hatching, check out his work, because you can learn a lot. Especially with cross-hatching on a face like this. He's just a real master of it. And he just knows where to put the lines and how to get the best effect out of them. let me just go ahead and... In fact, this whole three-quarter view of the face is a sort of a Tite Kubo thing that I've borrowed for this lesson. This way of showing the one eye, and then the other eye is almost kind of buried back there. You can't really see it. It's a very cool thing. I can't take credit for having come up with this one. I definitely learned this one from Tite. In any case, let me go ahead and start doing some inking on top of this. I'm going to go ahead and put some lines right across here to indicate, I think it's almost like the light is coming from below, you know, when they do the mwahaha kind of. I don't know if that's necessarily the effect that they're going for, but you'll see this a lot where the lines end up kind of on the upper side of the face. I'm going to go ahead and put some in here to help accentuate the intensity of emotion here. Again, always trying to make sure I stop at the right time and not overdo it. This section in here I can make quite dark, and I think I will get a second layer of cross-hatching lines in here. After that, we're nearly done, I think, with some of this stuff. I'm not going to get too much into the hair on this video, but maybe some cross-hatching back here behind the ear, and definitely we're going to have some under the chin here. Let's go ahead and do that. But notice how I'm generally not doing much more than maybe one layer of lines, followed by just maybe two at the most. I mean, when you really want things to get dark, you can go in for 3. But if you've got 4, 5, 6 layers of lines when you're cross-hatching, it's going to just turn to black, you know. So definitely with cross-hatching is one of those things where knowing when to stop is crucial. And not that I'm an expert, I definitely overdo it quite frequently. So, but in any case, let me go ahead and drop in some more lines here. All this stuff sort of indicating the muscles of the neck. These are great things to try to get in with cross-hatching. I'm going to go ahead and outline the clothing here, and maybe just toss in a little bit of cross-hatching. I don't even know if this counts as cross-hatching. Back there. One thing I did want to do with this piece, with this illustration, was to add some intensity lines in the background. So hang on, I'm going to bring out a ruler and do that. I'm just going to do a few of these in real time, and then the rest of it's going to have to be in time-lapse. What you got to do is pick one point where all the lines are going to go to. My point is right back here on the ear. So I have my lines, my sort of, I call them emphasis lines, all leading back to that one point. That way it's the lines aren't fighting with one another. They all agree, you know, they're all sort of pulling back to the same beginning point. Let me go ahead and do the rest of this in time-lapse, and then we'll be back to wrap things up. Alright, well, sorry I had to zip through so many things so fast there, but we are kind of running out of time. Before I go, just in case this is the first of my videos that you've seen, this is my manga series, Miki Falls, out in the stores right now, so thanks in advance to anyone who gets one of those, and thanks for watching the videos, my friends. We'll be back with another one real soon.